Hey guys, it's Logan here, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can get furon DNA fast in Destroy Humans remake. So let's get into the video. First tip is to upgrade your anal probe and nothing else, because the anal probe is the fastest way to get furon DNA through humans. And just an honourable mention, you get 25 furon DNA through every human you transmog or use the anal probe on. Next tip is to go into free play and look for these furon probes. So they look kind of like a Star Wars like robot thing. They just sit there and have zaps coming out of them. But per one you get 100 furon DNA, and if you just spend half an hour looking for them, you'll easily have like 700, 500 furon DNA more. Next tip is to get the alert meter in the bottom left corner of your screen up to max, because that's when you'll have the most people come for you. And if you don't have trouble getting furon DNA from the army or majestic, then get the alert meter up and there'll be a big crowd chasing you. Next tip is something that some people only know, but if you find a body that you accidentally killed while trying to get furon DNA, you can use transmog to pop off their head and still get 25 furon DNA through them, so you don't get any less or any more. It's just the exact same, except they're not running because they're dead. Next tip is to use your area as an advantage. So let's say you're, I don't know, somewhere where there's loads of cars and you've upgraded your psychokinesis, I think it said, and you need to just kill them so you can get furon DNA. You can get all the cars around you and throw them at it, so just to get furon DNA past them. Another tip is that the humans that they were testing in Area 42, the mutated ones, if you like use the anal probe on them or kill them and use transmog, you can get 50 furon DNA per mutated human, and they chase you around with shockwaves. They've got big blue heads, they're kind of hard to miss, but if you just kill them and not with anything that just disintegrates their body, like the zapomatic, if you kill them with that, then you'll be able to get their furon DNA after using transmog, and you'll get 50 furon DNA per one of them, like I said earlier. Next tip is to aim to do the optional objective and get free start on the challenges in free play, because if you get those two, then you'll at least get 1,000 per mission, or just less if you get 2-star, but still great amount of furon DNA, and it doesn't take long to get over 5,000 in free play to get furon DNA, so yeah. Next tip is to just go into free play, and like I said in the missions in free play tip, is to just spend while playing that trying to get 3-star and optional objectives, and if that's only if you're desperate, and just spend like 25 minutes doing that and you'll easily rack up a few thousand furon DNA. Next tip is to also do the optional objectives in assigned missions, because if you do those after the mission, you'll notice that you get furon DNA, and if you get all the optional objectives, you also unlock skins and all of that, which if you didn't see my skin showcase video, watch that. And if you do the optional missions, you'll get more furon DNA in the mission, and if you do it well, then yeah, furon DNA, furon, you want it all. So this next tip is the last one, but it's to upgrade the zapomatic. Now I know what you're thinking, why? It's because if you, like I said, you can get them when they're dead through transmog, and the big guys, the big blue ones, the mutated humans, they're quite hard to kill with an anal probe. So zapomatic, like if you just hold it down, it will just kill it, and then you can get their brains after, and they won't be constantly throwing shockwaves at you from everywhere, and it will just be easier to get furon DNA off them. That's it for this video. I hope it helped you learn how to farm furon DNA fast, and I'll see you in my next video.